Now that means thank you in Swahili. Another word in Swahili we like to say around here is twende, and twende means let's go! Jumbo friends, my name is December like the month, and I will be your safari guide today throughout the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Now a couple of safety reminders before we begin. Please keep all hands, arms, feet, and legs inside of the vehicle at all times. And please remember to stay seated at all times throughout the duration of our journey, as the roads out here can get quite rough and bumpy, so do hold on to anyone and anything you do not want to lose. And those children, they can be seated in laps as long as they are fully and completely seated in those laps. And we are going to begin our journey today in the Little Aturi Forest Vantage. So we'll keep a keen eye out to see what we can spot. And I do spot an okapi over there on the right. And on the left here in the trees, you might be able to see some bongo. And they have some horns on there. And those, both male and female bongo, do have horns. They're often called the ghosts of the forest because they're often hiding in those trees. They're a bit larger than the okapis there. She does not have any horns. And they are often found in groups of 3 to 10, so we might see some more female greater kudu out here. Keep on making our way through this watering hole here and through the rest of the forest. Now you may have noticed. Now in a moment here, we'll be making our way over to the Safi River. And animals in the Safi River, they do enjoy spending their time in the water, either on the surface or down below. And now they get their name because the skin on their back turns a brighter shade of pink during mating season. Now these blackbirds over here, these are black vultures. And what's crazy about them is they're actually native to Florida. So they somehow flew all the way here to Africa today. An eye out in the water, please do. As you might be able to see some Nile hippopotamuses. Now hippos, they can swim, but they do prefer to walk or run along the water floor. And when they are fully submerged, they can hold their breath for up to 8 minutes, which is a lot longer than I can hold my breath. And they are very large animals. They can weigh up to be about 5,500 pounds. Crocodile. And as we make our way across this bridge, take a look in the water on the left and the right hand sides. You might be able to see some more down there. Is a baobab tree, and that's a sign that we're making our way over to the savannah. And that baobab tree may look like it's upside down, but those are not its roots, those are its branches. It's just a leafless tree for about 9 months out of the year. It's going to be a giraffe. Now specifically, that's a Maasai giraffe, one of many different species of giraffe. And they can grow up to be about 20 feet tall. Here on the savannah, animals will use speed. Now these African painted dogs, they hunt as a pack, which makes them extremely successful. When they hunt as a pack, they have a 90% success rate, which is a lot higher than any of the big cats like lions or cheetahs. So they're really using teamwork to make that dream work. And they are making their way back and forward there. How cute. Now over antelope, and the ones that are closer to us, and there's another one on the right, those are Ankole cattle. One of the only antelopes that when faced with fight or flight, they choose to fight, and they use those horns that curve back toward predators off of their back. Honeycomb-like structure of blood vessels that helps with blood circulation and body temperature. Now over there on the left, those two animals on the hill, those are eland, and they can reach up to be 6 feet tall at the shoulder. They are one of the tallest antelopes in the world. And from a standstill, they can jump 8 feet in the air, which means they could hop right into the truck if they wanted to. Now it does look like there's going to be another giraffe over here on the right. Now giraffe, they love to eat. They spend about 20 hours a day just eating or looking for food to eat, with about 30 minutes of resting. Now they don't do those 30 minutes all at once. They'll do 2 minutes here, 4 minutes there, which makes them excellent power nappers. Now those zebra are Hartman's mountain zebra. And they differ from other types of zebra because they're the truck in front of us, so we're going to be going slowly behind them here. Now the giraffe is sitting down, which means that giraffe feels especially safe within an hour of being born, which I do find quite impressive considering I wasn't even up and walking within an hour of waking up this morning. So many of these wildebeest will migrate all at once that they'll form such a large dust cloud that dust cloud can be seen all the way from outer space. Now there are going to be some more Maasai giraffe over there on the left. They do have very long tongues, which is another trait they share with the okapi. And that tongue is purple to prevent it from becoming sunburned during these long hours of eating. And it is about 18 inches long, which on a fully grown human person is about from your elbow to the tip of your middle finger. Now I know that's an African elephant because their ears are conveniently shaped like the continent of Africa. And if you ever see that elephant flapping their ears, that's to help regulate their body temperature. When an elephant flaps their ears, they... All right, next we're going to be making our way... Now up ahead here on the left, we are coming up to a group of flamingo. And a group of flamingo is called a flamboyance. So we're looking at a flamboyance of flamingo. I do wish I could find out who comes up with these silly names so I could join them in their process. Now this is the greater flamingo species, which means that they are the largest of all flamingo. They are also the lightest shade pink of all that you see, and that is due to their diet, which contains a lot of shrimp. And in that shrimp is a lot of beta carotene, which helps transform them into that pink color. Quite a few different cheetah over there. Now cheetah are the fastest four-legged animal, and they can reach up to speeds of about 60 miles an hour for a short distance. They are sleeping. Because every time they do that 60-mile-an-hour sprint, they actually need to rest for about 15 to 20 minutes. So it looks like they are in that resting period. But they can run 60 miles an hour for about 300 yards. That's about the same length. Oh goodness, you guys. Okay, while they aren't predators, over here from the one sitting, you can see that heart-shaped marking on their nose, and they have that because I love them. And they do also have reflective butts, which glow in the dark and allow each other to find one another in the wilderness. There are some African lion here hanging out in between those two sprigs of grass. Looks like there's the male lion with that mane and the female lion laying down next to him. Now the male lion does have that mane, and that mane can be quite heavy, can weigh about to be 20 pounds, which means that those male lion will be a little bit slower than female lion. So the female lions will go on hunt while the male lions will stay at home with the cubs and the rest of the pride. Kind of like why my mom doesn't trust my dad to go grocery shopping. Waterbuck facts. Now those waterbuck, hence their name, they are the antelope that drinks the most water. Simba. Simba means lion, which does mean that Simba's parents did name him Lion. It's kind of like naming your child. I should have talked. I named after a month, you know. It's called a crash. So there is a crash in the road over there. Now those white rhino can weigh up to be about 5,000 pounds. And behind them are the fastest thing on two legs. Those are ostrich. And those ostrich can reach up to speeds of about 40 miles. They are a flightless bird. So those wings that you see there, those are to help them change direction when they are running super fast, just to the right of the path. Now those ostrich eggs are very tough and very heavy. Each one of them can weigh up to 3 pounds. Ba-bum. Now these goats help out the warden by providing milk to be sold at local markets and by being some natural lawnmowers. And if you are interested in maybe petting some of these goats today, I would check out the affection section over at Rafiki's Planet Watch. So go ahead and have a glass of wine on those African painted dogs. They will appreciate it. I hail from the great place of Smith College, and you've all been such a wonderful truck. And if I do have any wilderness explorers on board, the truck you are on has been the Simba 1. Simba as in the lion from the Lion King, and 1 as in the number 1.